Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, I wanted to take a look at the new Valentine's Day event. Again, a sweet romance, and talk about maximizing the chocolates you can get, and also another look at the rewards, because the rewards, I've got some other opinions on it. Once again, it's up to you, but I just wanted to go through some other things from that, so let's get into the video. Firstly, for maximizing those chocolates, obviously you've got the daily chest. Do your dailies. That's fairly self-explanatory. For them visiting merchants, once again, the best value for me is definitely the $1 pack. If you're just looking at chocolates, so if you are a low spender or a whale, I'd definitely pick those up. I'll probably choose one account that I will pick these up on, just because it's too good a value. The 8 of them for $1, plus you get the 10 stones. I personally find it to be the best value. So, and it's cheap, so who cares? But that's that if you are a spender. If you're not a spender, no stress. The other thing that we do have is the labyrinth. So if we go over to the labyrinth, you can see I'm here now. And if we jump into the red bosses, you get one for each of the red bosses. Now, the way to really maximize your chocolates is to choose the right path here. Now, there is a fantastic Reddit post, which I am going to show you guys right now, if I can put it up on the PC. There it is. So this, I'll leave a link to this in the description and in a pinned comment. But check this out. This updates really fast, like close to the reset. So hopefully, maybe wait an hour on the on doing the labyrinth after reset, and you can check this out. So basically, what it is it's got the legend down there, but it's pretty self-explanatory. The grey ones are the brown enemies, or this color, whatever that is, and then the red ones are the red enemies. And the red enemies in this event are the ones that are going to give you the chocolates. So as you can see, you can look at the path. And for me, in a normal labyrinth run day, I would go right on this one, just to get more enemies to battle, to get more labyrinth points. But if you're going for chocolates, it's actually better on this one to go left, because then you want to go left, hit this red guy, and then duck across, get this red guy, and then this one, and all basically that way. It seems like they've tried to cheese the labyrinth for this one. I don't know. It might just be the way it fell. But yeah, it's the path to get more labyrinth points, which would be this path, is actually not the best path for getting the chocolate. So you got to go that way. But this will refresh every time there's a new labyrinth. You can just click on this, and you'll just go through, and you can see how it's got it for every day that there's been. It's a really nice Reddit post, so check it out, and you can go there. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, so obviously there's going to be stages where you can choose whatever, but basically just choose the path that gets you the most reds. So for this one, for instance, it's a bit weird as well on level 2. Instead of what I'd normally do, which is go up here and then come around here to get extra bosses, it's actually going to be better to go up here and then across all the way to the left, or you can do this way or this way, whichever one you want, and then come and pick up this boss, and then go through and pick up these 2 bosses. So that's the way it's going to work. The other thing about this that makes it really kind of interesting is whether you want to do the 3rd floor on hard mode, which is this one on the right, or normal mode, which is this one on the left. Because as you can see, the normal mode path we go, if we look for the red enemies, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas on the hard mode path, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's if you skip Riz. So for me in this one, if you're not sure if you can beat Riz, or if it's, if sometimes you beat him, sometimes you don't. If you're struggling with Riz, I'd just go normal mode for this event and stick it out and just get the more of those. If you can do Riz every time, which is me on basically all of my accounts, I'm still deciding in my head, but I'm thinking I'm still going for Riz, just because. Okay, the problem is I don't know whether these extra two, you don't know how many extra you're going to get throughout the whole event. Like the next one, you might get, more from Riz. You don't know. So from the hard mode path. So for me, I'm going Riz because it's reliable. I know I'm going to get that 3,000 guild points, 3,000 labyrinth points, or 10,000 challenger points. And those to me are more valuable than 2 chocolates, because those 2 chocolates may just end up being 2 purchases of the 40,000 gold. Yes, they may be enough chocolates to push me over the line and get me to, that one extra 10 pull of Stargazers. But for me personally, and this is up to you guys once again, for me personally, if I ended up 2 chocolates away from the 10 Stargazer pull, I'll just buy a little pack, like maybe one of the $5 packs, just to get me over the line if I'm that close. So once again, up to you. For me personally, I'm going to keep going Riz hard mode. I'll take the 4 chocolates as opposed to the 6. But if you do struggle with Riz, I'd just keep to the normal. It'll be easy. You'll get more chocolates and you'll get more value out of it. Like, yeah, that's pretty much the way I'd go. But once again, up to you. I'm sticking to the Riz, or you can go over here. And just to show you guys that that is what it is, you can see here I'm on the 2nd floor. I'm on this spot over here, which has got those 2 options. You can see you got the fountain in the middle. So if I go over to this one and quickly battle that one and kill it, and which should be pretty quick, except my Gwyneth has no ultimate gauge, because Tailene on Elite or Elite Plus in this case, is amazing for this. I love just using Tailene and Rowan in Labyrinth. It just makes things so easy to auto. But as you can see, there we go. We cleared that. We got that. We'll just take whatever. And then we advance to the next one. And now you can see that we've actually got, where is it? That one there, which we can choose. Or there's the red one here or the gray one here. So it really does open up, and it is fairly reliable. The one thing that looks like they've got wrong, which they never change by the look of it, it looks like they've got the potion and the resurrection guy mixed up here, but you know, that doesn't really matter. We're looking at the red guys, the red squares. The red squares are what matters, and that's what you're targeting. Okay, now moving on to the rewards. I still don't think, especially normal heroes for 200, I don't like it. Like, once again, if you're, building, okay, I'm not going to say Gwyneth because everyone says I always go. If you're building a Titus, because this guy is wicked, looks cool, sweet dude. If you're building him and you're 1 away from Ascended and you've been waiting for ages and you just feel like you're never going to get it, go nuts. Have a crack. It's up to you. But me personally, I wouldn't go for any of these guys. They're too expensive in my opinion. Even the Wukong, a bit too expensive. Then we get onto these guys. I explained this one in my other video where... So I've been told from my last Stargazer session from some endgame players that there is no actual guaranteed summon on the Stargazer. So I'm not sure. I've heard from some people that it's every 5th one guaranteed. I've heard from some people that there's no guaranteed. But on average, every 5-10 pulls, you should be getting close to it. And if we look at the cost of the Stargazer tickets, you're only going to go a bit over. So 10 of them is going to be 720, 360. Correct me if I'm wrong, I just did that off the top of the head. So it looks like 360 to get 5 10 pulls, as opposed to the 300. So for me, I'd take the odds every day of the week going for the Stargazer tickets, because you get extra rewards and, you might get 2. So I'd definitely take the Stargazer tickets over the Twins or the Mahira. I'd play the odds, but that's up to you. Moving on from that, these are always a fantastic buy. These are something that's really hard to obtain sort of towards the late game, and they're very important. So for me, if you're playing a really sort of end game style, like looking right into the future, I would take these, especially if you're building Celestials and Hypergeans. And they also have the Dimensionals in here, which is nice as well. So if you are building, what's his face, Old Mate Arthur, you can go for that too. So that's probably my number 1 choice. I'm probably going to go for that on like my main account, my Gwyneth account, and my Graveborn account. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Still undecided. Like I said, it's up to you. I'm still undecided. I'll decide. I'm just going to save till the end of the event and then decide. Because the other thing is, you do want to save till the end of the event so you can see how much you actually do have and where you might actually get with it. So once again, up to you. But the other thing I want to look at is the fodder cards. Okay, so I had to cut and do some math in my head quickly. They turn out to be 1 Elite Plus fodder for these, which actually isn't too bad. So if you really need that fodder, once again, I'd save till the end, see how many you got, see how you can work it out. You might be able to get like 2 of these, 1 of these, depending on how many chocolates you end up with. But I guess, if you can buy that 2 or 3 times, it gets you really close to another, Mythic or Ascended, Mythic or Mythic Plus Ascension. So I guess they're not too bad. For me, I don't know. I like the other rewards. Like I said, for my a Hyper G and Celestial account, I'm definitely going with Stargazer tickets. If you like summoning, I feel like these are going to be the best option for you if you have them unlocked. If you haven't unlocked the Stargazer at chapter 16, then you won't have this unlocked. The other like outside option for me is going to be these things here, these potions for the tree. 500 for 25 just seems like really good value, especially if we go over here. If you've just if you've got this to like, I think it's level 15 when you like the main bit, if you get that to level 15, then you unlock these branches. Because when we look at it, for instance here, if I go to this one, so it's going to be 50 plus 60, 70, 80, 100. So if we do the math, which give me 1 second, math has been done. I've not been good off the top of my head today. We've needed the calculator. It's early. But it's going to cost you 360 to get to level 5 of one of these. I can't do the math right now to get to level 10, but that might be like, just judging off a base, might be like 600 or 700. So at a cheap cost of, what was it? Like 25? Let's have a look. At a cheap cost of 25 for 500, it could actually really boost like your entire team by getting some of those buffs. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that one. That's why I'm still holding out. I'm going to do some more calculations. I will do a video in like the last couple days of this event to say what I am actually going to buy on all my accounts, so you guys can check it out. But I'd recommend saving, waiting, and having a look, because I feel like these could be a really big advantage if you've just got to that stage where you've unlocked the branches, and if you can just go get a bunch of them to like level 10, I feel like it could be a pretty nice bonus. So wait and see, leave it there. So my three main options for me are going to be the Stargazer tickets, these things. Like I might go for them even on the, let's face it, the Celestial account's going all Stargazers. But those two, definitely big options. Stargazers if you're a summoner. These I'm still working out, so stay tuned. This one for sure, definitely endgame is never a bad decision. And the fodder tickets, if you really need fodder, not a bad option. So hope that made some sort of sense. Definitely check out that Reddit post. I'll leave the link in the description and in the pinned comment, so you guys can check that out. Check it every time the Labyrinth resets during this event to get your best path for getting the chocolates. And then once again, for Riz, up to you. I'm going to keep going Riz hard mode. I just feel like the rewards are better. So that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.